Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Yoga with Debbie. My name is Debbie, and today we are going to be doing a mostly standing series. I've got my yoga blocks here, I've got my blanket here that I'm sitting on. If you want to grab any of those props, feel free to run and grab them, hit pause, and then come back, and we'll be here when you're ready. All right, so we're going to begin by finding a comfortable seat, placing the hands on the knees. We will close down our eyes and connect with our practice for the day, letting the day go thus far, taking a deep breath in, filling that belly full of air, and exhale at the mouth. Another big, deep, fully breath in, and exhale at the mouth. One more breath in and out on your own. Now we'll blink the eyes open, do a little shoulder roll backwards, shoulder roll forwards, reaching up above, down, reaching up, and down. All right, we're going to make our way to standing. So you can stand at the top of your mat if you'd like. I am going to stand facing the camera so that you can see what I am doing. I'm standing with my feet hip width distance apart. I'm going to find my center. I will rock a little forward into the balls of my feet, rock a little back into the heels, rock a little to the right, a little to the left. You can do this with your eyes closed as well. And then once you've found your center balance, meaning that your weight is evenly placed in all four corners of your feet, inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, fold forward. And if you're tight like I am, grab your blocks because it's not about reaching the toes. And then you can just fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. And then inhale, roll slowly up to standing. So the reason that we do these forward rolls is that this is what's going to help us be able to reach up and bend over and tie our shoes as we age. So if you are a Gen Xer, as I am, these are things that you want to start thinking about. So we're going to make this a little bit more functional. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Generous bend in the knees if you need it. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And then roll yourself slowly back up to standing. So this is just a gentle warming up of the spine. We're going to plant all of our weight in our left foot. So if you have a wall nearby or a chair or something like that, you might want to grab it or be near the wall. Otherwise, inhale, bring that knee up. We'll rotate the ankle one way and the other way. And then just for a little bit of hip flexibility, reach that arm out, turn that knee out, find a spot to focus on, bring that knee in, and then we're going to take it behind. I'm just going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. So we flexed. We stretched our hamstrings. Now we're stretching our quadriceps so that we're nice and flexible. We also opened up our hips, and then we'll drop that foot down, and we'll go to the other side. Again, finding your center, making sure that you're balanced. Inhale, bringing that left knee in. And you'll find that one side is probably different than the other, which is perfectly normal. Rotating the ankle one way and then the other. I know I have more balance on one side, or better balance, I guess I shouldn't say more, but better balance on one side than the other. And I'll take it out to the side. As you can see, this is my side that my balance isn't so good. Bringing that in and then taking it behind. Again, keeping a soft bend in that standing leg. We don't want to lock out the knees because we don't want to hurt ourselves. Making sure our shoulders and hips are over our knees. And then drop it back down. Give a little shake. Can you use the blocks here now? If you don't have blocks, grab some books or something that's going to lift the ground up to you. Or I have my hearth of my fireplace, so that would also be perfectly acceptable if you have something like that, a coffee table, whatever's going to work for you. We're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. And we're going to bend one knee, keeping the other leg straight. And then we're going to swap. And this should feel really nice on the hamstrings if they're tight. And you can have the blocks at any level that you would like. And take it down. And flatten them out. And we're just bending one knee and then the other. Finding that juicy spot in that hamstring. And the further down you go, the more you are pulling this area here. So if you want, you can go flat-handed and then bend one knee and then the other. And inhale, roll your way slowly up to standing. And we want to come up slowly so that we are keeping our pressure nice and even in our bodies and we're not getting the head rushes and falling over. So that's always a good thing. I'm just going to push these out of the way. I'm going to step to the back of the mat now, placing my hands on my hips. I'm going to find a point to focus on straight ahead of me. I'm going to inhale, lift that knee, and then step forward into our high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. You can keep a generous bend in that back knee if you want, and we want to make sure that our knee is coming directly over our ankle. And then we will open it up into our warrior two. So we want to make sure that our heel, our front heel is intersecting or bisecting our arch of our back foot. Hands pointing out, keeping the arms active, making sure that your back arm have a tendency to kind of do this. Try and keep the arms level, finding that point of focus, making sure that the knee isn't going one way or the other, keeping it directly over the ankle. Keeping this one pretty active, so imagine that you're pulling everything in and up. So you're pulling your quadriceps and your hamstrings in and up. You're pushing down into the soles of your feet. Inhale, exhale, and then on the next inhale, we're going to slide our back hand down our leg, reaching our front arm up. And then exhale, reaching over. Or you can just place your hand on your hip if you don't have that shoulder mobility. Finding a point to focus on. That belly pulled in nice and tight. You don't want to dump everything down in here like this. If you want to challenge yourself, you reach the hand down, have it touch the floor, not touch the floor. Reaching up. Inhale. Come back up. We're going to spin that front foot in, so our feet are now parallel to the short edges of the mat. And reach up. Inhaling, and then exhale. Forward fold. This one feels really nice after doing our lunges. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, pulling that navel into the spine, hands on the hips, using those abdominal muscles to lift you slowly back up while keeping that soft bend in the knee. And now we will turn our left foot out, coming in to our warrior two. Heel intersecting arch, arms coming out, keeping those arms active, making sure the shoulders are not reaching up towards the ears, relaxing down and away, pushing evenly into all four corners of your feet, front and back, pulling those muscles up, making sure it's nice and active. You can pull deep breaths in and out. And we're going to inhale. We're going to reach that front arm up and slide the back arm down. This is reverse warrior. Inhale. And then exhale. Taking it over into our side lunge. Again, hand on hip. Reaching down. Whichever works best for you. Your body. Listen to it. And then on the inhale, we're going to come back up. We're going to spin to our high lunge, keeping that back knee generously bent, reaching those arms up. And we're going to challenge ourselves. We're going to inhale, coming up nice and tall. Exhale, put the hands on the hips. Inhale, we're going to push off and step to the back of the mat without falling over. Wobbling is perfectly fine. There we go. We did it. All right. Now we're going to wind things down a little bit. This is just a short practice just to get us moving. It's a long weekend, so a little full from having that turkey dinner. So I can't do too much. Inhale. Exhale. Rolling it over. Plant the hands on the mat or use your blocks if you need the blocks. Heel toe the feet out until they're wider than your hips. Pointing the toes out. Lowering your way down into your Malasana squat. So if you do need a block here, that's perfectly fine. You can take your block and you can sit on your block. And we're just placing the elbows inside the knees because that's just helping us keep those hips open. And you can have the block at any height. Taking a full deep belly breath in here. And then lowering ourselves down onto our behinds. And make our way down onto our back. And slowly down. And we are going to walk our feet in as close to our bum as we can. If you can reach your heels, cool. If not, perfectly fine. We just want to make sure that our weight is evenly distributed, like when we first started, standing up. And then we will inhale, lift our pelvis up slightly, tucking the tailbone, and then lift all the way up, pushing down. And also, this is where the block can come in handy because we can put it between our knees and squeeze. And again, if you don't have a block, you can use a book, you can use a pillow, cushion, anything that you have on hand. This is just making sure we're activating our inner thighs and that our knees are not splaying out and we're not hurting ourselves in the lower down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come down. And this is to help strengthen our low back. I don't know about you, but before I started doing yoga, inhale, come on up. My low back was always sore, but since I started doing yoga, it is not sore all the time now. We'll take that block out. I'm going to put it over the head here. Lift your hips up. Scoot the hips a little over to the right side. We're going to drop the knees over to the left. And you can put the arms out to the side. You can make a cactus shape. You can put your left hand on top of your right knee. You can look straight up to the ceiling. You can look over your right shoulder, wherever is comfortable for you. This is just a gentle spinal twist. Really good to help stretch out our low back. Making sure you can take full, deep belly breaths in. And on our next inhale, we'll pull the navel into the spine. And bringing those knees up, using those abdominal muscles. Now we're going to pick the hips up and take them slightly over to the left. Dropping the knees over to the right. Lifting over the left shoulder if that's comfortable for you, or straight up to the ceiling, or over to the right side. You choose what works best for you. Placing that hand on the top of the knee if that works to keep the knees down. a nice twist to our back, relaxing those low back muscles. Trying to keep both shoulders down on the mat if you can. Next inhale, pull it in. Use the abdominal muscles to lift the knees back up. Straighten your hips out. Pull one knee in. Stretch the other leg out. So I have my right knee in, stretching out my left leg. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, feel free to keep that knee bent. And now we'll swap sides, pulling the left knee in, straightening out the right leg. Again, if having the right leg straight doesn't work, then the knee. And if your ankles feel like they need it, you can do a little ankle rotation here, even though we did it at the start. It's a great time to flex and bend. And then pull the other knee in, give yourself a great big hug. Rock and roll on the spine if that works, or find stillness. And then stretch everything out, coming into Shavasana, or corpse pose, our final resting pose. Close down the eyes if that feels good for you. We just want to relax everything and let our body absorb the short practice that we did today. Let your breath return to a normal breathing pattern. Now, if you'd like to stay here longer, feel free to do so. You can press pause or just let the video play on through to the next. Otherwise, if you have to go on with the rest of your day, feel free to invite some movement in. And stretch, reaching up overhead. Rolling over onto one side, using your arm as a pillow, coming into fetal position, using that hand that's on the floor. Push your way up slowly into a seated position that's comfortable for you. If crossing the legs like this isn't comfortable for you, you want to stretch them out or come up onto the knees, whichever works best for you. We'll take one more big full breath in together before we close practice. So inhaling, reach the arms up. And then exhale, palms to touch, bringing them down through the center to your heart. Thanking your body for taking you through this practice today. Thank you for taking the time of practicing with me. Bowing your chin to your chest. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this short practice. If you did, give me a thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification so that you don't miss out on my next video. I look forward to seeing you on the mat again. Have a great day.